In this video, I'm going to hack your brain and make you memorize the 7 wonders of the ancient world faster and more effectively than you ever thought possible. The key to effective memorization is visualization and association. I'll show you exactly what to visualize in your mind and how to link it to the name of each of the 7 wonders. Focus on imagining each drawing in your head and you'll be stunned how easily you remember everything. When you need to recall the 7 ancient wonders, here's what you'll visualize. 7 ancient people are standing in a group, wondering. Some have walking canes or walking frames, some are in wheelchairs. They're all wondering about something. Some are scratching their head or chin, and they have thought bubbles above their heads with question marks. Now, when you think of the 7 ancient wonders, you'll imagine this wonderful group of ancient people wondering. The first ancient wonder we'll memorize is the Great Pyramid of Giza, and we'll remember that by imagining a greater pyramid of geese, which sounds similar. The ancient people begin to shuffle towards a giant grater, like a cheese grater, and it's in the shape of a pyramid. Standing on the greater pyramid are a few geese. When you picture this greater pyramid of geese, you'll recall the Great Pyramid of Giza. Next is the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which sounds a bit like hanging gardens of baby lotion. One of the geese flies away from the Greater Pyramid but crashes into a tower of hanging plants. Growing from the plants are bottles of baby lotion. It's a hanging garden of baby lotion, and it's going to make you remember the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. The statue of Zeus at Olympia is the next ancient wonder, so we'll use Statue of Zeus at the Olympics. A bottle of baby lotion falls from the hanging garden and lands on one of a number of statues. The statues are of zoo animals, but they're in the middle of the Olympics. There are runners lined up ready to race, and someone's high jumping in the background. Picture the zoo statues at the Olympics, and you'll recall the statue of Zeus at Olympia. The next ancient wonder is the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. This time we'll go with Temple of Artemis at F and S. One of the zoo statues falls over and hits a mouse on the temple the size of its head, giving him a large bump. The mouse is an art mouse. He's dressed like a French artist with a beret and smock, and he's holding a paint palette and brush. He's standing in front of the letters F and S, which he's been painting. Focus on that bump on his temple. Think of the Temple of the Art Mouse at F and S, and that will prompt you to recall the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. The Mausoleum at Halicarnassus is next, and you'll remember that by picturing a mouse museum at rally car races. The art mouse has had enough of painting after being hit by the statue, so he decides to go visit a mouse museum. There are small mouse on the outside of the museum, but I'm not sure what's inside. Maybe cheese. The Mouse Museum is located right next to a rally car racetrack, and there are rally cars racing straight past. Create a mental picture of the Mouse Museum at the rally car races, and you'll remember the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus. The next ancient wonder is the Colossus of Rhodes. That sounds a bit like Coal Oasis of Rhodes. Imagine one of the rally cars goes off the track and crashes into a palm tree at the side of an oasis. Instead of water, the oasis is filled with dark coal. It's a coal oasis. Stretching out from the oasis are 4 paved roads, so it's known as the Coal Oasis of Rhodes. Picture that scene and you'll recall the Colossus of Rhodes. The final ancient wonder is the Lighthouse of Alexandria. That's a tough one, but let's go with Lighthouse of Alexandria. Out of the middle of the coal oasis, a lighthouse rises up. Painted on the rear of the lighthouse is a hand holding a large frosty glass of ale, which is a type of beer. Clearly picture that lighthouse with an ale in a hand on its rear, and that will link straight away in your mind to the Lighthouse of Alexandria. And that's it, you've just memorized the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Now, when you think of the 7 ancient wonders, you'll picture those 7 ancient people standing around wondering. Some of them shuffle over to the Greater Pyramid of Geese, the Great Pyramid of Giza. One of the geese flies into the Hanging Garden of Baby Lotion, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Some baby lotion falls onto a Zeus statue at the Olympics, the statue of Zeus at Olympia. A statue falls and hits the temple of an art mouse at Ephesus, the temple of Artemis at Ephesus. The mouse goes to a mouse museum at the rally car races, the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus. A rally car crashes into a tree at the coal oasis of Rhodes, the Colossus of Rhodes. And a lighthouse rises out of the oasis with an ale in a hand on its rear, the Lighthouse of Alexandria. The 7 wonders of the ancient world. How quick and easy was that? Imagine if you could memorize this easily when you study all the time. If you'd like to learn how, visit the Memorize Academy website, register for the free video training, and you'll learn some foundation best practice memorization techniques with my one-of-a-kind video training that will transform the way you study and learn and help you crush your exams. Please give this video a like and share, and please leave a comment below and tell me if you can recall the 7 wonders of the ancient world right now.